Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. I saw this article today on Star Wars Newsnet. This is a rumor one. This is not necessarily the truth. However, based on past precedent with Lucasfilm these days, this is probably true, or they just don't even know. So The Mandalorian Season 4 rumored to be reworked as a movie could release before Daisy Ridley's Star Wars film. Interesting, because there was all this talk that, they're going to start filming Daisy Ridley's movie in April, and they're rushing to get it out even though they don't have a script done yet, and blah, 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 blah. And now we're hearing rumors that actually the Mandalorian movie will come out, which really isn't the Mandalorian movie. It's already written. It's Season 4, right, as this says. So it almost seems like they really want to put out a Star Wars movie, but they don't really know what they're doing with Rey yet. And I've had previous videos. I don't know where you go. She's so powerful. What threat could there possibly be? But they do have a script for Mandalorian Season 4. Whether or not you could work it into a movie, they'd have to be really stealthy at what they include and what they don't. I know that the previous seasons could have, of all these Star Wars shows, could have been reduced easily down into about 2 hours. And probably would have been better and more compelling and less boring. I would even include Andor in that. Like, suck that down to about 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it probably would have been pretty good in terms of just some of the stuff that just drags on in it. In a surprising turn of events, the rumor mill is suggesting that the fourth season of The Mandalorian might turn out to be the next Star Wars movie instead of the one starring Daisy Ridley as Rey. According to Jeff Schneider on Hot Mic, that might be what's happening. He claims the odds are in its favor that a movie of The Mandalorian is on its way in place of a fourth season. Well, weren't they doing this Mandoverse movie, Filoni's Mandoverse movie anyway? Why would you do a fourth season? Again, they're all over the map. They don't have a plan. Claiming that this new development may be influenced by the disruption caused by the writers and actors strikes earlier this year. In addition to that, he also stated that this would come out ahead of Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars movie starring Rey. I have a little bit of an issue with this only because, okay, there was a writer's strike, but if you were already working on the Rey movie, at the point that the strike started, we knew that they were working on it, you should have at least had your plot line laid out. I understand you have to add scenes, you have to add little details, you have to add, some side stuff and, stuff to tie things together, but it really shouldn't take a guy that long if he has a plan to finish writing it. I mean, a month? Maybe? Like, it shouldn't take that long. The original plan was for the next installment in the Din Djarin story to be a season of TV, as Jon Favreau has said earlier this year. The scripts were all done. Schneider says the strikes may have changed some things since then. Though stunt double Brandon Wayne posted last month that Mando Season 4 is getting ramped up. Notice he didn't say something vaguer like just The Mandalorian. Yeah, and there you go. So the scripts are done, so now you're going to try to revamp them into a movie because... But here's the thing, is that Filoni's movie then? Like, the whole point was this sort of culmination movie, the Mandalorian movie mixed with the Ahsoka show, mixed with the Book of Boba Fett show, mixed with A Partridge in a Pear Tree. So this would be what? This would be a different Mandalorian movie? And then, I don't know. This is just all over the place, you guys. You just get no semblance of, organization. And you can blame the actor strikes till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, if you were organized before the actor strikes, you should be able to organize yourself after the actor strikes. And this idea that they have to come out with a movie right away, like this panic, is that them trying to salvage things right now because things aren't looking very good in terms of viewership and all that other type of thing? It's hard to say. I don't think Ahsoka did as well as they thought. I definitely don't think they thought Ahsoka was going to do the same or worse than Andor in the end. Because Andor, again, was a side character. Not a lot of people were that interested. More people than say, liked Ahsoka did like Andor. But it was a side character, didn't have as much flair. Ahsoka was an established character that, people that are adults now had watched their whole childhood in the Clone Wars. And that show did not even do better than Andor, so maybe they're in panic mode, we have to come out with a movie. I personally think they need to just stop for a while, but whatever. It also makes you wonder what is becoming of Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie, which was supposed to wrap up the events of the Mandoverse in an epic finale for the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka series. There you go. Would this new movie replace this one, or simply precede it? Theoretically, there's no reason we couldn't get a standalone Mandalorian film before the big finale film, but it would threaten to rob Filoni's film of some of its grandeur if there's already going to be another film releasing that features the same characters. My guess, if I had to guess, if this is something they're actually thinking about, my guess is that Filoni is going to try and convince Kathy to allow him to use Favreau's story and revamp it into the movie that he wants. Honestly, I think that's what it is, because they're in a big panic. They want to come out with stuff. It feels to me like that's what's happening, is they're going to try and use Filoni's story Favreau's Mandalorian story in Season 4 as Filoni's Mandoverse movie, or at least the basic plot line, the basic outline. Having said that, Season 3 of The Mandalorian was piss poor. Season 1 and 2 were 1 was okay. 2 I had major issues with because most of it centered around Palpatine getting Grogu blood so he could do clones and crap and Snokes and basically explaining the nonsense of the sequels. So a season 4 is just going to continue that story, and so then you're going to add Thrawn, you're going to add, it's a bit of a mess here. So I'm not sure this is necessarily true at all. Of course, it's a rumor. Earlier this week, we shot down rumors on social media that Daisy Ridley's movie would begin shooting in April. There's no direct correlation between that and the Mandalorian shooting schedule. The Charmian Obaid Chinoy directed film could still come out in May 2026, as we've been assuming the Mandalorian season 4 would be ready to come out in 2025. Anyway, the rumor does raise more questions than answers, but it's certainly possible that The Mandalorian Season 4 could turn into a movie, especially if Jon Favreau already knows the general story. It'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. Well, he doesn't know the general story. He said the scripts are done. The scripts are complete. It's over. So are they going to use that to make Filoni's movie? Are they going to make a separate movie and then another one after that? I think, again, these are rumors, but the reason that articles like this resonate with people like me is because there's been so much disorganization to this point from Lucasfilm. Shows supposed to be made, not supposed to be made. Movies supposed to be made, not supposed to be made. It's all over the map. Nobody really knows what's going on. So I see this as a very real possibility. Do I think it's going to be effective for fans? I don't. I don't see how fans who thought, even fans that really like The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, right? Luke coming out at the end of Season 2, people were like, whoa! Season 3 was so discombobulated and crummy to a lot of people. A lot of people that were big fans of Season 1 and 2 did not like Season 3. So to have a movie coming off of Season 3, to me, doesn't make a whole lot of sense and is, again, bad strategy. However, bad strategy seems to be Lucasfilm's, modus operandi. So what do you guys think in the comment section? Does this make any sense? Are they just continuously, just making a mess of things? Are they leaking these rumors on purpose to test the water, see what people think, see how social media reacts? Oh, no, we don't want a Mando movie because Season 3 sucked, or we do because it was good, or whatever. Is that their strategy? I do know that studios are doing that. They're floating trial balloons on social media and rumors to see how people react. Disney and Lucasfilm have certainly done this. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you want to see Season 4 of The Mandalorian as a movie? Do you want to see Season 4 of The Mandalorian at all? Do you think that the Rey movie should come out first? Does it even matter? Are they going to make any money? Does anyone really care? It's hard to say. Let me know in the comment section what you think. As usual, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you're on your phone, I do have a donate button in the bottom right-hand corner now. If you feel like helping me out, that's cool. And if you do like this content, check out any of my other content on my channel. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a really good day.